Hi guys, another math lesson. This one is lesson 32, session 3. And remember, it is adding and subtracting angles. I'm in my workbook on page 705. All right, so the last session was all about adding angles. Today is going to be subtracting to find an unknown angle. Okay, so here is our 3 reads problem. Up at the top. So a door swings open 85 degrees and then gets stuck. Randy pushes on the door and it opens some more. The door opens 100 degrees in all. How many more degrees does the door open after Randy pushes it? Okay, so let's say, I'm going to draw a little picture first to help understand this problem a little bit. So here's the door when it's closed. And at first, the door swings open 85 degrees. So this is like a blueprint, so we're looking down on it. So it opens up 85 degrees. So from closed, then 85 degrees. Okay, and then it gets stuck. He pushes on it and it opens some more, and it opens 100 degrees in all. So total from closed all the way to where it ends up is 100 degrees. So 90 would be straight up. So 100 is going to be over here somewhere. So the total from starting to end, he opened the door 100 degrees in all. But how many more degrees does the door open after Randy pushes it? We want to know what this is. After the 85, how far does it go to get to 100 degrees? Okay, so that's the angle we're missing. So to find that, we would do 85 degrees plus something. Oh my gosh, sloppiest handwriting, sorry guys. Equals 100 degrees. Or you could do 100 degrees minus 85 equals something. Okay, so I'm going to subtract, stack them by place value. I can't do 0 minus 5, so I have to regroup. Take from the hundreds, take from the tens. So now I have 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 8 is 1. So it opened 15 degrees more. Here we go. So after the 85 degrees, it gets stuck. He pushes it 15 degrees more, and it ends up opening 100 degrees in all, total. Okay, so same thing, we're just finding, instead of this total degrees, we're just finding one of the missing pieces for this whole session, okay? Moving on. Okay, on the back of that page, it shows our problem again, and then they did a picture like how we did. Theirs is a little nicer than ours, or than mine. So door opens before push. So it opened 85 degrees, and then the green, this little section, is how much it opened after he pushed on it, and the whole thing is the total door opening, the 100 degrees. So they're drawing just like ours. So it says the 100 degree angle is composed of 2 smaller angles. One angle measures 85 degrees and the other angle measure is unknown, because that question mark is what we solved for. Okay, and then on the bottom they show a protractor model. If you look at the protractor and start here at 0, so here's the vertex, here's your ray at 0, count up to 85 degrees, so 0, 10, so you're looking at the inside numbers. 85 would be right here between 80 and 90, 85. And then how many more degrees do you need to count to get to 100? So 100 right here. So it would be 5, 10 more. So 15 more degrees right there. Okay. So you can use any of those strategies. You could draw a little picture. You could, if you have a protractor, you could use that, or just use an equation. Okay, number 1. Let me get this all situated. Okay, number 1. Write a sentence that describes how the unknown angle measure is related to the 85 degrees and 100 degree angles. So this is kind of a confusing question, so let me help you out with that one. It's just asking what the unknown angle measure is. So the unknown angle measure is the difference between 85 degrees and 100 degrees. Remember, difference means subtract, so that actually answers my second question. Number 2, does addition or subtraction best express this relationship? So because we're saying difference, we are subtracting. We're using subtraction. Number 3, write an equation to represent how the unknown angle measure is related to the 85 degree and 100 degree angles. So that blue one is our 100 degree angle, and this is where the operation goes. So adding or subtracting, multiplying or dividing, we subtracted the 85 degrees to find the unknown little section, which was 15 degrees. Oops, sorry if that was a little cut off there. Okay, number 4. How would the measure of the unknown angle change if the door opened a total of 120 degrees? So then we would be doing 120 degrees minus 85 degrees equals your unknown angle measure. Okay, we're not gonna solve it, I don't think. We're good there. Number 5. Imagine an angle that is composed of 3 smaller angles. Suppose you know the measure of the composed angle and the measures of 2 of the smaller angles. Explain how you could find the measure of the third small angle. So what that means is, let's say we have 3 different angles. Okay, so one right here, one here, and one here. Okay, so you know this angle, this angle, this angle. We know the total, so from here to here, we know the entire thing, and we know 2 of the small ones. So let's say this is 50 degrees and 30 degrees. Okay, so we know 2 of them, and we'll say we know that the whole thing is 110 degrees. So from here, the starting point at the 0 ray, all the way here is 110 degrees. This is the one we don't know. How could we find that out? That's what it's asking us, okay? So you can pause it, try and come up with your answer here. You can recreate my picture if you want to as an example. But how would you figure that out? And you don't have to use exactly these numbers, okay? So if you want to pause, try it out for yourself. Replay when you're ready. But what we're going to do is you find the sum of the 2, sorry, you're getting cut off, of the 2 small known angles, then subtract that sum from the total angle measure. So you would add this 30 plus 50 to get 80, and do 110 minus 80 will give you this missing piece. Okay? All right, and when you're ready, you can pause it if you need to catch up with that writing. Then pause it again, because number 6, you have to reflect. What's your favorite strategy? Picture, protractor, equation, what do you like best and why? And then join us again on the next page, right here. So apply it. We're going to use what we just learned to to solve these problems. Number 7. The game includes an 8-second timer as shown at the right. The timer's pointer turns through 135 degrees as it counts down from 8 seconds to 5 seconds. How many more degrees does the pointer have to turn through to complete the full 360-degree circle? Show your work. So here's the 8 seconds. I was looking at this picture and I was confused, but they're counting down, right? It's a game that it counts down. So it's going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So it has already gone from 8 seconds around to 5 seconds, and that was 135 degrees to get from 8 to 5. So how much more does it have to go to do the full circle, which is 360 degrees? So how many more degrees are there to get to 0 seconds? 360 degrees. So the full thing is 360 degrees. We're going to subtract what we already know, the given measurement, to find what's left. Okay, so it would be full circle minus this piece is going to give us this missing section. Okay, so I need to stack those by place value in order to subtract them. All right, so I can't do 0 minus 5. I need to regroup, borrow a 10 from that 60, make it 50, 10 ones. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 minus 3 is 2, 3 minus 1 is 2. So 225 degrees is my solution. So from 8 seconds on the timer to 5 seconds, it went 135 degrees, and it has 225 more to get back here. Okay, start for your work, start for your solution. I didn't write it in a sentence, but that's okay. If you did, good job. All right, number 8. A snake's mouth opens to form a 180-degree angle, a straight line. So that's this picture here. So its opening is straight up and down. So half the circle, or half of a circle, is 180 degrees. A straight angle is 180 degrees. The snake then closes its mouth to form a 60-degree angle here. What's the difference between the measures of the angles formed by the snake's open mouth and partly closed mouth? Show your work. So what's the difference between this and this? So from open, how much did it close to get to the 60 degrees? So all I'm doing is subtracting them. 180 minus 60. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down the 1. 120 degrees. So I could say the difference is 120 degrees if I want to write it in a sentence. Done. Showed my work. Sentence. 2 stars. Last problem on this page. Number 9. A diagram is shown at the right. The bottom line is a straight line. Write and solve an equation that can be used to find the measure of angle M. Show your work. Okay, so this looks kind of crazy, but this is a pretty common diagram we're going to be seeing for the rest of this lesson, okay? So all the way from the 0 all the way to the other ray, okay, and here's the vertex, the common vertex. It's a straight line right here. So from here to here is 180 degrees, so the total is 180 degrees. Okay, it tells us the bottom line is a straight line. Here to here is 180. I know this one, and this one. I need to find M. So what I'm going to do is 180. I'm going to take the total, and I'm going to subtract the sum of what I know, and that's going to give me my missing piece. Okay, that's a lot like our time and money and length and all those measurement problems that we were doing. We were doing equations like this. 38 plus 51 plus 42. That's going to equal M. So I'm going to add all those up and subtract whatever that sum is from 180, and that's going to be the missing section. Okay, so on the side and the margin, I'm going to stack those three, 38, 51, 42. 8 plus 1 plus 2 is 11. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's my part in my parentheses, 131 degrees, but I have to bring down my 180 and my subtraction symbol and my equals m. So now I need to subtract 180, the total measurement, minus the sum. So these three added together was 131. Got a little bit more space. 180 minus 131. I cannot do 0 minus 1. Need to regroup. 10 minus 1 is 9. There we go. It's getting messy. 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so I'm left with 49 degrees. 49 degrees. And you could check that if you add all of those up now. 38 plus 49 plus 51 plus 42, it'll equal 180. All right, now all I have left is the practice pages. Okay, I think you're pretty well centered. So in the example problem, there's a combination lock, like the ones on the 5th grade lockers and middle school lockers. So Emma from our class, turns the knob on a combination lock 117 degrees. So she turns it from here to here, 117. How many more degrees does she need to turn it to make one full turn? So she already went from here to here. How many more does she need to go? This blue arrow. So what is the blue arrow? And I know a full turn around a circle, and it tells me right here, a full turn around a circle is 360. So I would do 360 minus the 117 she already did, which equals this 243 degrees that she's got to go left. Okay? Done. Number 1. Uma wants to push her brother in a swing. The swing hangs straight down. She pulls the swing back 35 degrees and lets go. The swing moves forward 65 degrees. How many degrees forward from the original straight down position of the swing did the swing move? Show your work. So it starts right here. Okay, it starts hanging down. She pulls it back 35 degrees and lets go, and it swings forward from here 65 degrees total. So just from the starting position right there, how far forward does it go to the end? Okay, so the total is 65. I know this piece is 35, so what's this? I'm doing 65 minus 35. That's my equation. Stack it and solve it. 65 minus 35. 5 minus 5 is 0. 6 minus 3 is 3. So this missing little section is 30 degrees. The swing moved 30 degrees from its original spot. Star for your work, star for your answer in a sentence. Okay, number 2. A sprinkler in a backyard turns through 180 degrees. The sprinkler has turned 96 degrees so far. How many more degrees will the sprinkler turn through to reach 180 degrees? So in the little picture, right here at the vertex is where the sprinkler is. So first it's spraying water out this way, and then it's already shooting water all through here. Okay, so here's the sprinkler. It's going right? That's how sprinklers work. So it starts here and it's already turned 96 degrees. How much more does it have to go? And I know that since this is a straight line from here all the way around that half circle, the total that it has to go is 180 degrees. That's half a circle. Just something you got to know for the rest of your lives. So if I do 180 minus this 96, it will give me my missing piece, my unknown. 180 minus 96 equals unknown. Okay, so let me scooch this over, and I'm going to stack them right here and subtract. I know I can't do 0 minus 6, I have to regroup. 10 minus 6 is 4. I can't do 7 minus 9, but it's really 17 minus 9 because if I take from that 1 and regroup, 17 again, right? 17 minus 9 is 8. So it has 84 degrees left to go in the circle. The sprinkler has 84 degrees left to go. Okay, start for your work, start for your sentence, and back page. All right, number 3. A sprinkler turns through 180 degrees every 5 seconds. It turns through 36 degrees every second. Complete the table below. Okay, I got it. So again, at the vertex, here's the sprinkler. It starts over here, and it's spraying, and every second it does 36 degrees. And it does the entire thing every 5 seconds. So it takes 5 seconds for it to get all the way around to do the full 180 degrees. So in just 1 second, it does that 36 degrees. So 1 second, it's 36 degrees. So for 2 seconds, it's going to cover this section plus this section. So that's going to be 36 plus 36. Okay, so figure that out. And then same thing for 3 seconds. It's going to cover this section, and this section in those 3 seconds. 36 plus 36 plus 36. 4 seconds is just going to be 36 plus 36 plus 36 plus 36. And then 5 will be the full thing, which I'm not going to add it 5 times. It tells me it turns through 180 degrees every 5 seconds. So the last one's just going to be 180. But I think you guys can handle the addition on those 3. Okay, so pause it. Find those answers. 36 plus 36. You could do 36 times 3 and 36 times 4 for that one if you don't want to add a bunch of times. Number 4. Write the measure of the unknown angle in the box below. We just have to find out what is that angle. It looks like they don't give you enough information, but they really do. This is the whole problem. We know this one's 48. I need to figure out what that is. But this right here at the bottom is a completely straight line. So that straight line from here to here is going to be 180. So it's going to be 180 minus this will give me my unknown. 180 minus 48 equals the answer in the box. Okay? So it really does give you all the information right there. That's a straight line. So 180 minus 48, I need to stack them to subtract, line up the place values. I can't do 0 minus 8, I need to regroup. Now it's 10 minus 8, which is 2. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down the 1. 132. Okay, pause it if you need to catch up. Explain that to a neighbor, whatever you need to do. Then move on to number 5, which is very, very similar. We know this angle right here is 73 degrees. I know this one is 28 degrees. I need to figure out what this one is. But again, this is a straight line. So it's going to be 180 degrees minus the sum of those two will give me this. So it's going to be 180 minus, and in parentheses, those two added together equals my unknown. So 73 plus 28 is first. 28, 73. 8 plus 3 is 11. 7 plus 3 is 10. So the part in parentheses is 101. But I need to subtract that from 180. So I've got more space. 180 minus 101. I can't do 0 minus 1. I need to regroup. 10 minus 1, though, is 9. 7 minus 0 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. So what's left is 79 degrees. And if you want to check it, you can. You can do 28 plus 79 plus 73, and that will equal 180 degrees, because that's a straight line. Okay, and last one is a challenge problem. So I'm not doing it, but you are. Challenge yourselves. Use these boxes, use these numbers, these angles, to fill in these 4 boxes. So you need to figure out these 2. So they correspond to the purple bluish lines. At first I thought it was just the angle, but it's these 2 combined. See, it's this 85 and the 30. What would that be? Which one of those? You label that here. Okay, and then after that you can figure out this whole thing. This blue arrow is the 75. So what's just the angle inside? If you know this one's 30, you know the total between those two is 75, what would that be? You do 75 minus 30 for that one. Okay, and then after you figure out that one, plus the 65, those 2 angles together is going to be this box. And then whatever's left is going to go here. Okay, so this plus this plus this plus this plus this should be 360 because it makes one full circle. And that's the end of session 3. Good luck on that problem. It is definitely challenging, but I think you're up to it.